so glad you stopped in today. So I have a little process video for you, and this layout started with this cut file. So this cut file is from the Silhouette store, and I loved what it said, but we're definitely going to have to dress it up a little bit because it is a little gappy between the words. You'll see how we fix it all up in after a while. So to begin, I'm just going through my April click kit. I realized I had some of this left over in my stash, so I pulled it out and I've been making layouts with it and kind of killing it, using up all the products, and I did really well. I was able to get 3 more layouts out of it, and then I cut the rest down into Project Life cards, and I'm going to work on a Project Life spread after a while and get it all used up. So what I'm doing is I went through there was a lot of cut apart sheets in this kit, so I cut apart all different kinds of little cut apart sheets and paper and just backed all of my words with pattern paper, and then I kept the insides of the letters so I could put them back in. You can leave them out, when you do yours, or if you ever do a technique like this, but I kind of like them, and I like them in. Sometimes I do leave them out, but for this one I thought they kind of needed it. And the next step after I put these letters down is I went ahead and outlined all the words, all the letters, to make them kind of pop, and I made them like messy, doodly kind of outlines, and I just used my Muji pen to go ahead and do that. You'll see me start the process here, but I don't think I put it all on the film. I did not. And so you can see how it just makes, especially on the and the one that said showed. And now I'm just going to go through more of the pattern papers, the little bits I have, and just create some messy layers around my photo. I tried to make sure that there was a layer for each of the patterns and colors that I used to back my title, because there won't be any other pattern paper besides what is behind those words and what is around my photo, and the rest of it we're just going to use some embellishments to create our layout with. So I'm just trimming up my paper, and again, I left it like messy mats, and I also went ahead and made one of the mats a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller, because I knew I had already kind of decided where I wanted this photo to go on my layout. So now my mats are done, and you'll see I left that like yellow strip to the right of the picture, and I left it a little thicker so that I could go ahead and place some embellishment there, and kind of lead the eye from the photo into the title, and to make it kind of stand out or stand together so it looks like one cohesive layout. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling. So I just grabbed a ruler and I went ahead. I cannot write straight to save my life, so I need a ruler or a journal card or lines of some sort, or we would have had like hills and valleys. And now I'm going to go ahead through all of these clear stickers. These are from the Life in Color collection by Simple Stories, and sometimes I have a hard time using clear stickers, especially if I'm trying to place them over pattern paper, but I had the way this cut file worked, when you made it big enough to cover the whole sheet of paper, you ended up with these big gaps between the words, and so I decided that I still wanted my title to be large, but that I would just embellish and fill in those gaps between the words. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm going through all of those clear stickers, and since it's white cardstock, the clear stickers look really, really nice on it. Some are silver, some are black, some have colors, and I'm just grabbing phrases, and I grabbed some hearts and some stars and some arrows, and I'm just filling in between the words, and also where like the word kid or the word the smaller words, kind of building them out on the side there so that it looks like one cohesive kind of embellishment cluster that goes down the side of the page beside my photo. And I left a lot of this in. I just kind of was fidgeting with them and trying to decide where I want them. And I was really, really glad I got to use up a lot of these clear stickers, because I do have kind of a hard time using them, especially not so much maybe the black ones or even the colored ones, but that whole page of silver ones. They are really shiny silver. And you'll see here, like even when I put them onto the layout, there's going to be like a glare from them just being so metallic silver. And I'm sorry about that. But we'll just have to live with it. And the layout at the end looks really, really nice. I love how it turned out. I think it turned out exactly the way I want it. So this photo is from a trip we took camping last year. And this little guy came with us for a couple days, and he was so adorable because he got himself all dressed up. When they first got there, he ran into our cabin and he got all dressed up with his hat and his sandals, and I said, "Can I snap a picture?" And he gave me his whole camping pose. It was really, really cute, and I love this picture. And as soon as I saw that cut file that said the cool kid just showed up, I had to use that with these photos. Now I have these square banner pieces. Those weren't part of the kit, but they match the kit. They're from the Simple Stories Life in Color line, and so I had added them into my kit. And at first I don't use one right now, but I will use one in a little bit. And now I'm just going to go through all of the die cuts. And the die cuts had these banner pieces, and I don't use a lot of banner pieces. Like, I don't create banners on my layouts very often. So what I've started doing when I receive these banner pieces in my die cut packs, I've started tucking them underneath my photo and making them kind of like faux tags, because while I very, very rarely make a banner on my page, I will tuck tags in and around my photos all the time, and I feel like some die cut packs never have enough tags. So I started doing this a little bit ago, and I love it. I think it is a great way to use up a die cut shape that maybe you wouldn't normally use, and to think out of the box with it. And I really have been trying to think out of the box and use things I wouldn't normally use in new ways to be able to incorporate them into my layouts. And so what I did was I put everything down, I glued everything down, I put that little today underneath the journaling, and it is also silver, and now I'm tucking in that square photo that square sticker right there to kind of have that space I saved to put an embellishment in. And I think at this point everything is almost glued down, or I'm going to glue it down now, and then I'm going to get to work a little bit on my faux tags here. One of my absolute favorite things to do, I love black and white twine. You see there, I have an entire roll of it, and it sits on my desk all the time because I love it. It's one of those things I'm always grabbing for, and I buy it by big spools. And then I love to make little whimsical strings on my tags. I've done this before in other layouts. I do it quite a bit. It's one of those things I love to do. Like, I also love, little sequins and little sparkly, really small embellishments. I also love to do this with tags. So all I do is I take my fine line bottle with Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and I just draw. I draw the way I think I want my little whimsical tag strings to go, and then I kind of take the tag and loop them around and put them, push them into the glue. And they dry and they're perfect. They stay and they're lovely. So, but this is something I do quite a bit. It's something I really like to do. I love the look of those like little whimsical strings, and I love the look of black and white twine. I recently did it with some white twine too, and I did really, really like that as well. So for my last little step on this layout, I'm just going to use some colorings. This is no yoking, and you'll see me here. That's what you do to colorings. So you know how you have to shake the Heidi Shine until it's like completely put together? Well, with Shimmer's products, with the colorings, you don't shake it. You put it between your hands. If you shake it, it just like bubbles up and it doesn't work. So you have to run it through your hands like you just saw me do. And so I'm putting some of that no yoking in 3 different spots, and then I'm going to grab my Heidi Swap Color Shine in black, and I'm going to put sprinkle that around the layout as well. So you can see me there kind of getting some drops, and one of these drops is going to land right on my pink enamel dot. And if that ever happens to you and it looks icky, don't sweat. Grab a baby wipe. You'll see me do it here. Wipe it off, and then fix your you can go ahead and fix your fix your bubbling. And not bubbling, your splatters. Oh my goodness, my mind just went complete blank. So here's up close the layouts, and I hope you have a great day. Like and subscribe, please leave a comment, and I will see you again soon. Bye!